The first thing to do, though, when you do have something going on, don't Google it. You're going to find all kinds of stuff that's just really going to scare you. What's not going to scare you, though, is just how quiet the weather's been. I mean, we do not have really a whole lot going on, okay? And it's the first day of October, and typically when you start out October, temperatures in the upper 70s, those overnight lows, they drop down into the mid 50s. But by the end of the month, the average high in the upper 60s and the average low, we're going down into the low 40s. So eventually we're going to get some big changes on the way. As far as rainfall is concerned, we typically see about 3.32, at least at the Oklahoma City airport. The most we've ever seen was over 13 inches, and that was back in 1983. And believe it or not, yes, sometimes we even do get some snowfall in Oklahoma City during the month of October. And yeah, we had a 1.3. That was a record, though, back in 1913. Tornado, we are starting to get into our second severe weather season of the year, and we do average 2 to maybe upwards of 3, but that's for the entire state of Oklahoma. None of that in the forecast, though, for today. Overnight last night, we had the cold front come through, and right now we are nice and clear. This is our Blanchard camera, part of our Lucky Star Skycam network. Lots of sunshine, mild. We're at 66 degrees. That wind out of the north between about 10 to as much as around 20 miles an hour right now, at least at the airport. We are at 67 in Pawnee, 64 degrees in Watonga, 67 in Chickasha, 67 degrees in Purcell, low 60s in Alva, 54 degrees in Guymon. The past 24 hours, temperatures really haven't changed a whole lot. That's because this is, one, not a very strong cold front, but behind it, the cooler air is just lagging a little bit more. So where you're going to see the most difference, at least right now, that's going to be in the Panhandle. You can see at least parts of Cimarron County. In Texas County, we've got anywhere between about 5 to nearly 15 degrees colder than where we were this time yesterday. It is starting to dry out, and by tomorrow morning, these numbers are going to be even lower. So dew points have come down anywhere between about 10 to 25 degrees in the north and west. So tomorrow morning, cool, dry, crisp. It's going to be a nice fall start to your Wednesday. There's your north to northeast wind between about 15 to nearly 35 miles an hour in parts of southwest Oklahoma. This cold front's going to continue to move off to the east, and we're going to see nothing but sunshine today. Eventually, yes, temperatures are going to be warming back up into well into the 80s and potentially even the low 90s, especially as we get closer to the weekend. So today it's a nice seasonal day, but after today it's going to be a lot warmer until we can get to about early next week into midweek. We are watching for a hint of some rain down the road, but right now that day looks to be Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday of next week. Right now it's going to be a weak wave that moves across the state, and right now it only really brings a chance of rain to areas just west of I-35. But after that, I think a couple of days after that, it starts to look like, well, at least there's another chance of rain in parts of the state that could include the metro, but we're still several days out, and there's going to be a lot that changes from now until then. So for today, I'm going with a high of about 80 degrees here in Oklahoma City, but some of us won't get out of the 70s. 79 today at Piedmont, 79 in Mustang, 80 at Tinker Air Force Base, and 81 this afternoon in Arcadia. The upper 70s in Stillwater, 77 in Alva, and 83 later today in Lawton. Overnight tonight, nice and cool. I think we dropped down to about 53 degrees at the airport, but 54 in Arcadia, also 53 in Guthrie, 52 in Kingfisher, probably staying in the mid-50s in Bethany, and also the Village, about 55 degrees in Yukon, but 52 in Clinton, 51 in Enid, and the upper 40s in Ponca City and in Stillwater. Tomorrow afternoon, temperatures make it back into the low 80s. That wind now shifts back to the south, a little breezy, 90 in Altus, 88 degrees tomorrow in Lawton, and by Thursday afternoon, now we've got the low 90s back in Oklahoma City, 94 in Lawton, 92 in Hobart, 92 degrees in Clinton. Here's the thing, because it has been so dry, especially in western and southwest Oklahoma, and over the next couple of days, the wind's really going to be gusting between about 30 to at least 35 miles an hour. I think by Thursday afternoon, with temperatures back into the low 90s, we will have that high fire threat in western and southwest Oklahoma. And that's also where we continue to have a lot of burn bans. In fact, Tillman County was added to that recently. So all of southwest Oklahoma, we desperately need that rain. In fact, that really goes for the rest of the state. But as far as rain chances are concerned, we really don't see a whole lot in the next 9 days. It does look pretty warm. We'll be right back.